What do you think about the black pill and these black pill guys thinking that it's all looks?
Well, okay. I think the red pill covers looks. It's just an aspect of it. Like looks, money, and status are part of the red pill. Right. But the black pill focuses like solely on the looks part of it. I know they say they don't, but every single live stream I see with these guys, it's all about looks. I've just seen too many short, ugly guys pull women to agree with that. I mean, I'm 6 foot. I'm in good shape. I'm not too terrible looking, so I can't really speak on a guy that's like a 3 out of 10 and 5'2". I can't speak on the struggles that he goes through, but I've seen too many guys succeed. And the thing is, when you see somebody like, let's say they bring up Danny DeVito a lot. Well, Danny DeVito has a pretty good looking wife. And then they say, well, it's because he's rich and he's famous. And then I say, well, you can't discredit his work ethic to become rich and famous to pull those women. He went through the obstacles. So if you are physically unattractive, then, you've got more obstacles. Let's face it. You're not like the guy that women are like swooning over when they see you, but there's still a way. You just have to find it, and a lot of these guys don't want to take that path because they're too discouraged when they see women, swooning for a handsome man. But I think the biggest problem of the black pill is just comparing themselves. You're not supposed to sit around and compare yourselves to other guys. I mean, that's not a good thing to do. Like I work out 5 days a week. At my gym, there's guys on trend, there's guys on all kinds of stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
I'm still natural. Okay. So I'm nothing impressive. Like you know what genetic potentials are. So for a natty compared to a guy that's on tons of gear, I mean, it's not even going to be close. But if I were to sit around and compare myself to these guys, I would be, I'd be extremely depressed. I wouldn't even have a reason to come to the gym anymore. I would give up. So I compare myself to myself, and I just continue to try to get better. And that's what I would suggest that any black pilled guy does. And unfortunately, they call you blue pilled, or they call you a simp, or a circus clown or whatever when you tell them that, but it's just the truth. If these guys don't want to put in the work to try to get better, then there's really no help for them if they're not going to help themselves.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. I think you stated that really well. It's so, again, like I think no one in the red pill community is really saying that looks don't matter at all. But these guys that focus on it so much, and like you said, they have to compare themselves to others. It's so destructive. I just saw, in fact, I was gonna do a video, but I decided not to. I saw this video from this guy that was almost like a suicide video. He was talking about like how he wanted to end it all, and he was just like, and his first thing was like, "Thank you, Face and LMS," and I was like, this is why, like, I like Face and LMS. I personally like him as a human being. I'd love to help him. I'd love to take him out and show him what he could actually do. But like this mentality is so destructive because it leads guys to suicide. Like, and it's like, and the guy that I was going to do this video on, like, he's a good looking guy. Like he's above average, for sure, above average. And he's like ready for suicide because he believes this so much that it's only that he has to have a perfect jawline and that he has to be like totally, he called himself genetic trash. And I was like, wow, this is why, I'm against this. It's not because like, we could debate all the other things about how much look matter, but because it's such a destructive philosophy and it really does destroy guys. And like you said, there's so many examples of guys that are not attractive that are able to attract women, and those women genuinely desire those men, because the attraction triggers for women is different than men. Men always think like, oh, the way that we look at women is like we mainly look at youth and beauty, but women don't just look at that. They have a much more sophisticated mechanism for their attraction. And
they, as Jordan Peterson says, they date up and across dominance hierarchies. And it's the truth. That's one, I know you clash with a lot of things that he says, but that's one thing that it does seem to be pretty true in general. The big problem with the black pill guys though, and what this guy's saying is the guys that they compare themselves to are fucking models. And they're not just like entry-level models. They're like elite, top tier male models. That's like being a high school basketball player and comparing yourself to LeBron James.
Yeah.
Like you're not competing with LeBron James. You have a long way to go, and you probably never will. You're competing with guys that are in high school that are never even going to play college ball. And that's the way the dating market is as well. You're not competing with male models. Okay. I mean, occasionally you might, and you might lose occasionally if the woman is just looking for something like a fling. She might choose the better looking guy, but in general, it shouldn't hold you back. I mean, there's always a way to level yourself up a little bit, build your confidence, get in better shape, work on your money, your status, all that stuff. I mean, you can really better yourself.
Quick shout out to B string for $5. But yeah, no, it's very true. And it's like, I think that like so many guys put so much emphasis on the things that they can't control instead of the things that they can. And I haven't seen a maxed out guy that is black pilled, right? Like I always tell guys, I'm like, well, let me see your abs. Let me see your 6-pack abs. Like, why don't you have,
right.
Because if you've done everything, then like did you max out your, cause that's within your capability. Like, and then how much money are you making? Right. Like all these questions is because if you max out everything and then you still didn't have success, probably you would be happy anyway. You'd be so proud of yourself. You'd be like, fuck women, I don't give a shit. Like, and then ironically you'd get them because of that attitude. But even like you were saying with the model dudes, I think what a lot of guys don't understand too is photo retouching, because even the model dudes that they're comparing, like those are not real photos. I mean, they're real photos, but they've been retouched, and it's amazing what you can do with photo retouching. And I know because in the last like couple of months, as COVID and stuff, a lot of like I do some in-person coaching like in Vegas and stuff like that, and I haven't been able to do that. And so a lot of my coaching clients have been like, well, what can I do? And I really don't like online dating, but I was like, okay, well, let me research this and let me give them the best advice. And so I started doing some research, and I was like, hey, I found this site, Photo Feeler. I put photos on there, and I was like, I wonder what happens if I hire a photo retoucher and I take a good photo that already was rated really well, and I have them just do like slight tweaks to the photo, just make it clean it up a little, clean the skin up a little bit, make the eyes a little bit sharper, right, and all this stuff. It's fucking crazy. The results that you get are fucking crazy. It's like, and someone would not even know, like they would see you in person and they would not know that your photo was altered in any way. They'd be like, oh, that's the guy. That looks like the guy, right? So it's crazy that they're even comparing themselves to unrealistic standards, because I guarantee you any of those models that you see their photo, that is not a totally unaltered photo. Anyone who's smart at all on Instagram that has a huge following that is a model knows to use photo retouchers and good photo retouchers. So it's just crazy. Like that's why you've never seen Giga Chad in real life. It's because Giga Chad doesn't exist in real life. You don't see him because he doesn't actually exist. I've never seen Giga Chad. I don't know about you, but